Hi everybody, it is September 23rd, Thursday. I'm just kind of going to check in and sort of do a sort of quick update. But yeah, well, I also want to clarify, especially for people that might even might be new to watching some of my videos, is as anybody kind of knows out there, they've got we're being censored a lot. Uh, so, and unfortunately, I'm being published on YouTube, which is probably one of the worst for this. But anyway, they have computer algorithms that check for certain words, type of thing, and then they want to take your video down. Basically, they're trying to suppress the truth from coming out because they're part of this machine. I just call it a machine, but it's basically this whole group of whether it's corporations and politicians, but I mean, they're all sort of invested in the old control system, and they don't want it to be torn down, and that's exactly what's happening right now. We're tearing down that old system, so so I'm always, just like all the other videos you see out there, they're always speaking in code, trying to do a similar word without saying that certain word. So I try to stay within that parameter as much as I can. Luckily, I don't have a lot of people watching my videos, so I'm not a threat to them. So for some reason, I think they let me get away with a lot of stuff. But anyway, what I was going to say today was, basically kind of where we're at is, and as you know, this is all a liberation movement. This is all to give mankind, breaking us free from this control system. The whole point is it's been done so subtly over thousands of years. We're all trained to be obedient slaves to a certain extent, and as we all know, anybody that's kind of a rebel or sticks out too much basically either gets ridiculed or knocked back in place, or just sometimes just taken out altogether. Yeah, because and we're also taught that it's good to be part of this machine. Just be a good citizen and do exactly as you're told. And so, but because all of us, we're all good-natured beings, but for the most part, people that are actually really human. That is, it's another topic altogether. Uh, but so we all want to get along and make sure we do the right thing, and we're very social creatures. So we want to kind of fit in and be friendly and things like that. But they kind of use that against us. They make it seem like so whatever agenda that they give us, we just sort of follow along blindly. Now, that's kind of the problem. Is as we know from this huge exaggerated flu season, which we could have got over it if we just woke up then. But their agenda was to give us all shots with a graphite oxide in it, graphene oxide, which is basically a building block. Especially when they give you it to multiple shots, it's like kind of the building blocks for nanotechnology. And as we all kind of pick up by now, anybody that's kind of semi-awake, we realize that we can, as human beings, we can get programmed fairly easy. It's basically almost like hypnotic suggestions. It's just the power of suggestion. Really, it's just we can say, this type of soap is what you should buy because it's the best brand. It's really good for you. I mean, we're just taking their word for it. Just why? Because they're saying it. And so generally, as a general rule, they manipulate us with words because words are kind of powerful. So if they can say, this is the best brand, you got to buy this, then you go, well, I saw it on TV, and why would they lie? That's another thing. We're kind of naive and think that people are always telling the truth, which is not the case at all. We've been lied to a lot. But anyway, there's that. Plus, whatever we're taught in school, a lot of it's repetition, you know, over and over and over again. So we were taught to do this, and whenever you have trouble, go to the doctor. He knows best, which, to be honest, they don't know what's best. What they really do is they just push what they've been taught in medical schools, or they basically go where the money is, which is they're they push pharma, all the drugs and stuff on us, because it's not about healing healing us. It's about treating the conditions. So, and when you figure that out, you start realizing, well, wait a minute, that, they're not really out for our best interest. There's all this going on. Well, anyway, all of us that have been standing firm with basically not taking a shot to help us get over this hyped up flu, we all realize that we have our own immune system, and the best thing for us, I mean, from the whole start, the best thing for all of humanity would have been someone to step up and say, okay, everybody, let's beef up everybody's immune systems, and let's get over this. You know what I mean? If this was a real thing, that's what they should do. But instead, they basically they just came at us with a bunch of fear, like, oh my God, stay away from each other, mask up, stay inside, don't bother going to work, or whatever. As you know, it's not, right away, that kind of tells you that something's up, because we're doing stuff that's kind of opposite of what we should be really doing. What we should have been doing was absolutely wear no masks whatsoever, get outside. They should have said this on radio or TV. Get outside, get fresh air, everybody. Come on, and get outside and get some of that vitamin D, get some sun. We all need to go outside and do some exercises, get some good sunlight, eat lots of vitamin C. There's lots of natural cures. I mean, when you start realizing it, well, a lot of people don't realize it until they wake up, because we are so trained from childhood to just do what the doctors say, do whatever you hear on the radio, whatever you hear on the TV. It's mind control is what it is. So ultimately, I guess my point for this short little video is that what they had planned for us was the ultimate mind control, which was they're going to inject systems to basically completely slowly take over our body, and then we'll be completely dependent on them for more pharma and more shots. That's the direction it was going. But as you know, since I've started these videos 2 years ago, the whole thing is being taken apart. And as crazy as it sounds, because I know that I've been telling you guys about this a lot, that we've been getting a lot of help from off-planet entities, which is basically, I'll just say it, it's kind of our galactic families. Because whether we realize it or not, and I know I've told you guys about this before, but we're all spirits inhabiting a human body. Well, our spirits are timeless. So I don't know how long everybody's spirit has been alive. There's some people that are millions of years old. Their spirits are really, really old, and there's some that are hundreds of thousands of years old. That's even on this, just compared to our time, the way we do time. And then there's actually young spirits. There's new spirits. So, and I know that spirits get created. Obviously, we're created beings ourselves and stuff like that. These physical entities come and go, as we all know that. So, what I mean when I say off-planet help, or from our galactic family, I mean your spirit probably, well, most likely, has been on other planets before. Like maybe you inhabited, a planet in the Pleiades system, or Sirius, or all over the place. And let's say, I'm saying hypothetically, let's say 100,000 years, you decide to become part of this Earth project, You want to become a physical entity here and just evolve and grow here. Not only your personal self, but also help the planet evolve and grow. That's kind of what we normally do. But again, going back to what I said before, is this system got hijacked. It got, and we're being farmed and we're being played constantly. But to the point where we don't even know it. Well, that's the best way to pull that off is to basically use people to the point where they don't know they're being used. That's the ultimate con. And that's kind of what we've been going through for thousands of years. So anyway, our galactic families, which means our relatives, have come here, and I know because I'm part of that, to put an end to this. And so this great awakening is where we're all going to realize that we all have our galactic families, you can call it a connection to source or whatever you want to call it. We have kind of like guardian angels, we have guides, we all do. So it isn't just me. I've just got tuned in, and it's a telepathic message. Basically, they're talking to me telepathically, and everybody, you guys too, are going to be able to do this. Well, you can do it. It's being suppressed. But as we go through this process of awakening everybody up, we're all going to be able to do that more. We're going to be able to talk to each other telepathically, talk to beings off planet telepathically. We're going to be able to have a lot more extrasensory perceptions that we never knew we had access to. Because it's what it is those are actually our natural abilities, and we're going to be getting them back because they've been suppressed. So it's not as if it's something new. But again, it's going to be hard for us to sort of understand what's going on. So it's people like me that are kind of going ahead of everybody and trying to help everybody through this transition. Me in particular, and there's hundreds of thousands of we'll call them starseeds or light workers out there. We're all here to help with this transition because we're going through this shift. It's a paradigm shift. We talked about it before, but as anything else in life, you don't know. Things don't seem that real unless they start happening to you. And believe me, that's going to start happening more. So the first thing to do was to take down this old control system. And that's what we're almost at the end of doing. We're almost finished this. It's kind of an unseen battle. This battle is coming to an end, and it's kind of getting wrapped up. But now they realized during the rebuilding stage, and I'm talking about all the people that have, the beings and entities and everybody that's working towards this liberation movement, we're all realizing, okay, once we do this, we're going to have to get everybody up to speed. We're going to have to start, explaining things in a comprehensive way so that people kind of get what's going on. And that's coming because things are going to change. A new monetary system, new medical system. We're not going to be dependent on drugs anymore. It'll be basically frequency harmonics to basically heal our bodies, get them youthful again. Like it's a really fantastic thing, and that's why I kind of knew that coming in that this is changing for the better. We've been going through this major battle that's against the dark entities, basically, that have been keeping us down all these years. So we're breaking free of that, and then we're going to move into a whole new world, and it's going to be kind of shocking and a lot of information for people to process. So that's what I'm going to be doing more of that in the future. I know that's kind of my job, and that's why I'm trying to be so grounded and understand the human condition so well that I can really relate. I can help everybody through this as much as I can. So anyway, staying positive at all these things is important, because that's another thing that we just don't realize is we're very, very powerful beings, even in these physical bodies, we still have a lot of power. We're going to be coming into that. We're going to be waking up to that power. But then it'll start making more sense later on down the road when you watch all the documentaries of all this crap that we've been going through. Is that's why they wanted to farm us and use us so much, because we are we're incredible commodity, but we're not going to be harnessed anymore. We're not going to be kept. We're not going to be a kept creature anymore. We're going to be free. Anyway, that's probably went on too long. But anyway, so that's kind of my little update again for the end of September here, and they're starting to wrap up, guys. This is, we're past the hump. We're leveling off. We're going to basically, we're going through the last of this exposing, well, basically tearing down the old system, and now it's going to be exposing it to the world. And even at that rate, we can't do it quickly. It has to be slowly. To be honest, it's going to take probably a full year or more to slowly get people up to speed of what's been going on. All this control system. Well, you can call them, from a human perspective, all the corrupt politicians, corrupt judges, corrupt corporations, all that stuff. So anyway, that's going to be exposed more, and we're going to be released from their control. So that's the stage kind of where we're at right now, and it's looking really bad, but this is the very final part of this story. So, okay, that's it for today, and I'll update you probably this weekend. Okay, stay positive.